also have with us the Chelan Douglas Fire, and with us we have Rick. So Rick is going to tell us a little bit about the Chelan Fire, and I can if you want to share your screen, I can walk you through how you can share that.
Thank you. I believe I just hit the little icon that says share screen.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How's that look?
That looks good. So what we'll do is down to the bottom right, you see a little, yep, that one right there. And then up at the top where it says display settings, go ahead and click on that. And we're going to do swap presenter view, and then that way we can see all of your presentation. Thank you,
Okay.
Rick. Go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you for, I guess, zooming in on this meeting today. My name is Rick McBride. I'm with Chelan County Fire District 1 and Douglas County Fire District 2. So basically, Wenatchee East, Wenatchee, overseeing the departments. And one of the jobs I do is try to recruit people to come into our resident program. Our firefighter resident program, if I get back up here, I'm sorry about that. Go to the screen right here. So basically, we start off our resident program by explaining to everybody about our mission, and our mission is to save lives and property with professionalism through pride, commitment, and compassion. And this is strictly just about our resident program that I'll be explaining. So when you do join the resident program, we provide the items over here, the housing, certs, college degree, on-the-job training, stipends. So housing. We provide housing for our residents who choose to live at the fire station 365 days a year. If we have a lot of people who are putting in for that portion of it, then what we'll do is take the out-of-town cadets first because they have no family in town. But we haven't had in the past had to turn anybody away yet. So maybe someday we'll get to that level, but right now we have not had that problem. The certifications that you'll receive in our program are several of them. I'll have Chief Torres, Battalion Chief Torres is with me today, and he'll talk more about the academy and what you'll achieve in our 3-month academy program. The college degree is something that we offer. Also, the fire science program up at Wenatchee Valley College. That's a complete reimbursement program. You pay for the first quarter of the college. You show us your passing grades. We write you a check, and that just keeps going throughout the 2 years. So at the end of the 2 years, our students have a 2-year fire science degree that is transferable to a 4-year fire command degree, which, you know, down the road, they might be interested in going to the 4-year level. The on-the-job training, the cadet, once they get done with the academy, is assigned to a regular crew shift, and they basically work as a regular firefighter. They're there every day that their crew is on duty. So what we work is a modified scheduled system. We work 24 on, 72 off, 48 on, 72 off. So basically, when you come and work for one full day, it's 24 hours, and when you get off, you're off for 3 days or 72 hours. And the stipends at the very bottom of the list there, it comes to around $600 a month, between $600 and $650 a month. And that may not sound like very much, but the idea of the program is right now, the last 2 years has been very successful. Our cadets, when they're getting complete with our second year, over 90% of them are being hired by career departments throughout not only our state, but Colorado, Texas, and now also Alaska. And so they're leaving our program, and they have all the certifications. They have on-the-job training. They have a college degree, and they walk into a job that pays them anywhere from $70,000 to $100,000 a year. So there's a little bit of a investment on the cadets portion. There's an investment by our taxpayers and by the fire department. And the end goal is if the individual wants to get hired on by a career department, we will help them do that. So here again, it just goes over the resident program enrolled in the Wenatchee Valley College and Firefighter Recruit Academy. I'll let Chief Torres slip in here. He runs all of our academies at our training facility. He'll run the Resident Academy, which is September through December. and then he'll start our volunteer academy right afterwards. And he's been doing this for several years, and because of him is the reason why our program is so successful. Again, I don't know very many resident programs in the state of Washington that have such a huge hire rate as we have right now. So I'll turn it over to Chief Torres.
Good afternoon. My name's Albert Torres. I'm Chief Training Division, and Chief McBride's just being kind. It's not just because of me, it's because of all of us here. We're one big team. The Fire Academy is something that is a challenge, and if you're looking for a challenge, definitely come and talk to us. We do 12 weeks of firefighter skills. So we're in the classroom learning about fire science and smoke and all the things related to fire. And then we spend the other part of the day on the drill ground doing skills. It's a paramilitary academy. We do a lot of, definitely PT is important. We want to make sure that we're all in shape to do our job. And we're also testing. We want to make sure that you understand not just what we're doing and how we do it, but why we're doing it. It's 12 weeks of that, followed by a week of hazmat, and then we go into 5 weeks of EMT. So the certifications Chief McBride was talking about are across the country. There are IFSAC certifications. You get your Fire 1, your Fire 2, and hazmat, and your EMT certifications. Those are important because a lot of jobs and departments nowadays are wanting to have kids or wanting to have firefighters start at least with that. If you can get those certificates and you get that training, and then you're doing usually 2 years with us, that's a lot of experience because we're a all hazard department, and we have industrial, we have wildland, and we have the river, and we have the city that we're working in. So you get a lot of different variety of calls and experience. Our department's growing. We're doing a lot more, and we continue to have successful academies, successful firefighters, recruits that start our program. And like Chief McBride said, they are getting hired out, and it's because we're putting out a good product, and the folks that are coming in are wanting to do it. And that's the biggest thing is if you want to do it, if this is something you want to do, then I suggest you come and talk to us. I'll turn it over back to Chief McBride.
Thanks, Chief Torres. Something I was thinking about is our instructors down at our training facility are all state instructors. They also teach up at the Washington State Fire Training Academy. So we do have experienced instructors running our academy on top of Chief Torres. So what do you do if you want to become part of our program? Download the application. You just go to www.chelancountyfire.com, and you'll just scroll across the tabs to information, and you'll see resident program. If you want to write down the phone number, you can either call the office, or you can call my cell number, or you can go to my email address and email me. But we're basically available for any questions that anybody may have for us. This is what our website looks like, and information's right there. And as you scroll down, that's where you'll find all the information about our program and where you can find the application. Let's see. So the process we go through is you need to get an application picked up, get it back to our station here, 731 North Wenatchee Avenue. You can drop it off. You can put it in the mail, or you can do it through email process. Qualifications, before you come here, you have to be 18 years of age, and you'll need to have a high school diploma or a GED, and also possess a driver's license, a current one. And we do the physical agility, which I'll show you here really quick. And then if you're interested in the program, I tell everybody every year, if you're interested, put in an application. When we reach back out in about April or May to let you know that we're going to start doing our physical agilities in June. If at that point you decide you want to go maybe to Washington State University, or maybe go into a tech program to learn how to be a welder or something, that's okay. If you don't have the application in, there's no way we can reach out to you. And in the years past, I've had people call right after the deadline saying, I'm really sorry, I didn't have an application into you on time. Can I get it in? And depending on where we're at in our process, we've been known to let people come into our program after the deadline. But generally, this is like the first step of, as a resident recruit coming into our program, we basically treat people like it's a career position. So if you're trying to get hired on by a career department and you don't get your application in on time, you basically don't have a chance to even go in through the testing process. We are flexible, but it's just depending on where we are at from the cutoff date to when our physical agility start. This is part of the video process. I won't show the whole thing because it takes about 8 minutes, but it shows what our physical agility is from beginning to end. And I can tell you that if you have somewhat of a physical agility or physical background where you've done sports or something, I encourage people to come down or schedule an appointment, and we can have you go walk through the physical agility just to see how it is. We've had many people in the past that have opted to come down and just do a trial session, a couple of them, and they find out what they need to do, to prepare for the actual physical agility. So our end goal is to get you hired off. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but we have been, like I said, we've been seeing a lot of our residents not completing their second year with us. They're getting picked up pretty quick right now. We have, we can assist people in the career field of the firefighting program. We've had some of our students who have gotten enough exposure to the wildland side of things, and they're off working in the wildland divisions. A couple of our residents have gotten picked up by a Department of Natural Resources, and one of them is actually a helicopter manager now. His I think it was his first year. Yeah, first year, because of his experience in our wildland program in a summer that was very active around here. The next year, when he got hired by Department of Natural Resources, by his interview and by his eagerness, they were able to put him into a helicopter manager, which he assists the pilot during wildland fires and getting a hand crew basically placed out in the wilderness to start digging hand lines. So we do have a success in the wildland division. If you have any questions or comments, you can type it in the chat box. You can email me. You can give me a phone call, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. So thank you. I think that's about it for what I've got.
Awesome. Thank you, Rick, for all that awesome information. So again, once again, you guys, if you have any questions for Rick or anything about the Chelan Douglas Fire, you guys can either enter it in the discussion here, or you can check out their booth and have a chance to talk one-on-one with one of them. I do have a question for you, Rick. I want to know, what is your favorite part about the job that you do?
Here, I'm back on again. I started out in 1982 as a volunteer, and I look back all the years. Every step I've gone through, I love the fire service because, basically, if you were bit when you're a child, when a fire truck goes by and you think someday I want to be a firefighter, when you actually become one, it's overwhelming, because not only do you get to ride around in a red fire truck and have the sirens and the horns going off and racing down the street, the one thing I've appreciated over all the years is that we get to take care of people in situations that nobody wants to ever be in, whether it be a car accident or a medical emergency or a fire. We're trained as emergency medical technicians, so we generally get to the scene and we assist the paramedics. If they're not there yet, we go ahead and start doing our rescuing of the people. And when the paramedics show up, then we start assisting them. So I guess overall, the one thing that I really like about being a firefighter is that the opportunity to help people on their worst moment in their life. And we have a great team of people here who, when we all pull together, there's nothing that we haven't been able to get accomplished yet. So
thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. And as we can see, both of you or the Chelan Douglas Fire as well as City of Wenatchee have awesome opportunities